All right, and we are live. Hello, welcome everyone to another Learning with Lee review session. We are with the Reach Out Education Committee providing math help, so welcome again. If you need to sign up for any math help, please send us a message, leave a comment, or you can sign up at our website, reachout2019.org. Today, we can get you help within 48 hours, whether you're studying for exam, whether you have a homework assignment and you have no time to finish it. We can help you out with all of that. Everyone is more than capable. Sometimes we just need a little assistance, so that's what we're here to provide. We are also currently helping 2 college students with their tuition, so all donations are accepted and appreciated at reachout2019.org. And last but not least, we appreciate all the following, so please follow, like, and share all of our posts, especially if you learned something. On Instagram and Facebook, we are at 2019 Reach Out, and at TikTok, we are at Learning with Lee. If you have any questions, please type them in the comments, and they'll be answered at the end. So picking up from the last video, we left off with an example, a geometry example, where we're finding tangent of angle S. And so I'd like to set this up as a true or false question. And so we would say, as an example during our session, we would say true or false. The tangent of S is 80 over 89. We see we have 80 as this side here and 89 as the bottom side. So that's where those two numbers came from. But now, how do we determine if this is true or false? Well, the first thing we want to review is what is tangent. What are we looking for if we have tangent? Now, when you're working with Learning with Lee, we'll give you vocab sheets and cheat sheets so that you're able to remember all these important information. Once you know all the different steps, then you can focus on memorizing, okay, what's tangent, what's cosine, what's sine. But until you have understanding of each step on finding out if it's true or false, you want to have some help, right? So if you work with us, we have cheat sheets we'll provide, and they let you know that tangent means we're looking for the measurement of the opposite side over the measurement of the adjacent side. So right away, I'm going to look at my triangle. I'm going to look at angle S, which will be notated by the letter S. And I know that if I have a right triangle, which is notated by this 90-degree symbol, I'm going to use Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Again, we know that we're going to use Pythagorean theorem because we have a right triangle. Anytime you have a right triangle, you can use Pythagorean theorem to find or identify your missing side. So if we're going to identify this missing side here, we'll call this a. In our equation, we had an a squared, so we'll leave that as a question mark. We have a b squared, so we'll notate that as 80. And then we have a c squared. C is always our hypotenuse. This is an abbreviation for hypotenuse. And we know where the hypotenuse is at all times in our right triangle because it's always directly across from that 90-degree symbol. So the C is 89. The hypotenuse is directly across from the 90 degrees, and that is always equal to C. So now, to find the tangent of S, I'm looking for the opposite, which is, we know is 80, and we're looking for the adjacent. If I'm not sure which side is the adjacent, again, I want to identify where the hypotenuse is. So since we have already determined 89 is our hypotenuse, then this angle, or this side here, this side A, is our adjacent side. So this is what we're trying to solve for. We'll use our Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared is c squared. So that's an equation you'll have to memorize, and once you understand these steps, it's easier to memorize that equation. So I'll replace my b squared with 80 squared, and I'll replace the c squared with 89 squared. And since I'm solving for a squared, now we're going to get back down to the arithmetic. So you want to make sure you know your order of operations. Again, this is another piece of information that we will have on our cheat sheet. If you work with us, we're going to ask you, what is the correct order of operations for this example? You can look at this list and say, well, the last thing we need to do to isolate a is to remove this 80 squared. It's a positive 80, so we need to do the opposite operation, something that would make 80 squared turn to 0. And the opposite operation is subtraction. So I'll subtract 80 squared from this left side, and if I do it there, then I have to also do it on the right side. And now I have a squared by itself on the left side of the equation, and I want to find the square root of my total to find out what a is equal to. If you do that math, you should get the correct answer as 39. A is 39. When we take 89 squared and subtract it from 80 squared, we'll get 1,521. A squared is equal to a times a, and we're looking for only one a, so we're going to use the inverse operation of an exponent, which is a square root. This will cancel out and allow us to have 1a, which is the side we're looking for, and that's equal to 39. So this question is false. The tangent of s is 80 over 39. Tangent of s is 80 over 39 because we found the adjacent angle, or the adjacent side, excuse me, we found the adjacent side to the angle S, and we already were given the opposite side. So when we're looking for tangent, we need our opposite side, which was 80, our adjacent side, which is 39. So 80 over 39 is your final answer. Are there any questions? If there are any questions, please let us know. Send us an email, send us a message, and we'll help you out the best way we can. Thank you for tuning in with Learning with Lee as we review our trigonometry geometry example. See you all next time.